Hi everyone and welcome back. BlurXTerminator just had a huge upgrade from the previous version of AI 2.0. It does have now another AI version 4.0 that will bring us significant changes and will make BlurXTerminator now the best astrophotography tool ever. So we have now BlurXTerminator 2.0 with the AI 4. So just using the BlurXTerminator 2.0 with the AI 2 that we used before, it will give us the same results. So if you already have BlurXTerminator, I suggest you should update immediately. And when you're using the BlurXTerminator here in PixInsight, just go here and select AI and select BlurXTerminator 4. So this is the AI version that bring us very important changes, especially on the star correction. So it will correct also now the stars from a lot of aberrations, optical aberrations, and also if you have star trails in your images. Let's say you are starting out and you're using, not necessarily starting out, but let's say you are doing untracked astrophotography and you're going 15 to 30 seconds exposures like we have here with the Milky Way. You probably will have star trails if you go over 15 seconds. Or let's say you have a beginner telescope, here like the Dwarf 2 Smart telescope or the C-Star S50. I should have the image with the C-Star S50 also here somewhere to show you. I've tested on so many images that I don't remember when I placed it. So we'll show you in a few moments also the C-Star S50. Here we have an 420 millimeters telescope that I usually use it with a reducer at 360 millimeters. And this has also some problems with the stars in the corners. And here we have a long focal length telescope, the SkyMax 127, that I'm using around 1650 millimeters focal length. And sometimes, especially if we have wind or clouds when guiding, I do have more trails in the images, or I have some aberrations of the stars in the corners of the image. And what is awesome about this new BlurXTerminator, that will correct all of that. So in the old one, we already had here the option correct only to perform star correction. However, it didn't work well, so the difference was minimal. It didn't work as it's supposed to with the AI version 2.0. So after 1 year since BlurXTerminator was released, we finally have it work properly, also with the correct only option that will correct the stars in our images. So that's why this update is huge. Basically, we do have a new BlurXTerminator. And if you are new to the channel and to astrophotography, BlurXTerminator is a plugin that works with PixInsight. It's a dedicated astrophotography processing software. And to be able to use it, you need to buy it. Here, I'll show you from where. We have here the website. You can find it here on rcastro.com software. So it costs about $100, and if you buy it, you'll get discount to the next plugin you'll buy. It is worth it if you want to capture, do astrophotography often. Yes, definitely. I made the mistake not investing in software in time. So I've bought a little bit too late PixInsight, and I did lost a lot of time processing only in Photoshop. So if you do spend more time on astrophotography, you process, you want to get good results, I really suggest invest in software and in PixInsight and BlurXTerminator. This will give you much better results than spending extra $500 in a better telescope. Even better than a 5,000 telescope, because processing is very, very important. So using a $500 telescope like the Skymax 127, PixInsight and BlurXTerminator, I think I can beat a $10,000 telescope without proper software and proper processing. Definitely I will beat it. So if you do want good astrophotography, stay here and watch this review. If you are interested in getting the best results possible, now BlurXTerminator will give you this chance. And here on the BlurXTerminator 2 page, we can check here the changes. So basically the most important change is that we have the star correction, and it shows here some examples with an expensive telescope Takahashi that had some aberrations here in the corners of the image. You can see here the stars are not perfect, they are not round. And look, AA version 2 and AA version 4. So you can see here we have some artifacts in AA version 2, and I'll show you also on my images. And it's a huge difference, this new AI that will correct our stars. So you can check here more information about what aberrations will correct, like coma, astigmatism, defocus stars, different chromatic aberration, motion blur from guiding errors, seeing scatter variation per color channel, Drizzle, upsampling artifacts. So does a lot of corrections. And yeah, I was amazed to see this huge upgrade now close to Christmas. It was a huge gift. So if you already have BlurXTerminator, you don't need to buy it. You don't need to change anything, only to update. And if you're not just bought it, it's the same as you. So once you install it, and I show you, once you've installed it, and I will show you here in PixInsight, you'll go Window, Resources, Updates, Manage Repositories. So here you should go first. If you just bought it, you should go here first and enter here this address. So PixInsight will be able to update to the new version. So if you have it installed, you should have this here, and just go and update it. If you're just buying it and install it for the first time, you should enter here the address by clicking Add, copy paste it, and then press OK. After this, you'll go and updates and check for updates. Because I've already checked for updates, will probably not give me any. Let's see. But this is the it's very simple to just update it once you have it, or if you install it, just go and paste the address there. So let's say you have the BlurXTerminator 2.0, and let's see what you'll be able to do. Okay, we have here an image with the Milky Way that I've captured this summer using my Nikon D7-200 on a tripod with a 40mm lens. So I have a Samyang 40mm here, and I think I've used 15 seconds, yes, 15 seconds exposures. And because I was also capturing the Perseids meteor shower, I went with a short plan here of only 15 images. But because of the position of the Milky Way, sometimes, depending on the position, even at 15 seconds, you might have some star trails that will appear here. These are actually smaller, but visible when you zoom in. So it will appear like elongated stars. You can see here the stars are elongated. And this was my result after processing the image. I believe I also used BlurXTerminator, the old version with the AI2. Now let's check fast what the new version can do. And here I do want to make an observation. Bear in mind this software will work now best on images in a linear stage. That means before stretching, before making any changes in the brightness of the image. If you stretch the image and stretch the levels, the intensity, the tones, you'll make it brighter and darker in some areas. It will not work as good as in linear phase. So this is process, right? Okay, we close it. And I've already done it because it takes a little bit more time on my computer. I need to buy a new graphics card, now also new SSD. I got one smaller for the moment. I don't know how, but my main SSD just failed. Got one smaller and will get one bigger hopefully soon. So if you do want to help the channel, feel free to become a member and also get access to the astrophotography data and help me also to get better equipment so I can process faster. Yeah, a better graphics card can help also in PixInsight. So that will be one of my future upgrades here on my PC, so I can process it faster and make more videos for you. Okay, so let's see the results. And no, not this one. Okay, where are you? No. Oh, this one, I think. No, not this one. Yeah, this one. I forgot to change here the identifier. This will be, no, we will not change it yet. I need to go forward and change it after. So this is the normal process image, and here we used here. Okay, I think I just canceled the. So we need to do it again then. Orion. Or this is the one. So yeah, I forgot to rename it, and now I can get confused. Let's see. Yeah, this was okay. Let's change first the identifier. So this is the X2 version 4. Okay, we'll change it, not yet, because I want to go back and forth a few times, so you'll be able to see better the difference. So before, you see, the stars were blurry, elongated, and let's check now. Okay, look at this. So this was at 15 seconds, and even at 15 seconds, sometimes you can have problems. Okay, so getting back to the linear stage, this was processed and stretched, and you can see that it's not an unprocessed image. And because of this, BlurXTerminator might not work well on all these images. And in this case, it worked good on the stars. However, it created a ghost lady artifact here. So you can see it's like a dress, like has a face and hair, but we cannot see the rest. So let's say I'm saying like a ghost lady in the sky. So it made a few artifacts on the side. However, we can use Photoshop or GIMP if you don't have Photoshop, and make a mask and remove those artifacts and still keep here these stars. So having this option now, it's really amazing. And finally, we have BlurXTerminator working properly also with the star correction option. So this was really needed to have this option working, so we'll be able to really get the best stars that we can get with from our astrophotography images. And we'll show you soon also some deep sky, especially with longer focal length, where if you have this kind of artifacts, elongated stars, distortions on the corners, will be harder to remove, and without this option it can take up to a couple of hours. So when I heard the news with the new BlurXTerminator and what it does, I really had to I needed to test it and to share with you also my results, because it's really the most important upgrade for BlurXTerminator since it was launched about 1 year ago. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you enjoyed this live review. Okay, now let's minimize. We'll change the identifier here. Okay, so we know which one it is, and we'll go to the next one. Okay, so we are still on the Milky Way tests, and let's see here what we have. Another 2 images. This one was I had some problems with the tripod. I placed it on the car. It was a very small tripod, and I had some shake in these images. After that I tightened it better and managed to capture it without having shake. But on my first test I had this shake and bad, you see, bad images, blurry stars. So this is I think the worst images that you can get. Yeah. So best to check your images if you start a plan. Don't not to have this shake. And if you're using your camera, where I place the camera now. Okay, you should use the live view here to zoom in. Sometimes because it's small, it can let you think, yeah, the stars are okay, everything is fine. But yeah, just go and zoom in and be sure the image is okay without this kind of stars. So let's see if the magic of the BlurXTerminator 2 can fix this also. Okay, where we have it, here. And now we have the, I think, the corrected version. Yes, the corrected one. And was able to make it perfect. Let's zoom in and see. No, you see, some of the stars it did correct, but not these artifacts. We couldn't get these artifacts out. So if we zoom in and go back 2 times, because I changed the name, you see it corrected the elongated stars, but couldn't get these artifacts out. And if there are many artifacts, we'll have a problem. You see, and also the blur here remained here. We have a lot of blur on the Milky Way. So this image was too much for BlurXTerminator 2. So I thought this was a good example to show you the limits. So there are some limits on how much it can do. Very bad images with a lot of shake, blur might not be able to fix, like in this situation. But if you are taking astrophotography careful without having these big issues like normal issues like guiding trails because of longer exposures, but not shake, BlurXTerminator should fix the stars in most of the situations. If not 100%, maybe around 90%. Okay, now let's go to the next example. Milky Way. Let's see if we still have. Yes. So I've stacked also 5 images with the Milky Way, where I stacked also the bad ones, and I was curious to see if it will correct the stack. So stacking bad images with good images got a little bit better results. I've stacked in Serial. It's a free software that you can download it for free, and it has also scripts that you just click like here with the BlurXTerminator, and soon we'll show exactly how you use it. You click and it will stack the data. Okay, so let's check here. This is the stack with BlurXTerminator 2, and here is without. We'll also make them larger. Okay, so zooming in, this is the normal image. Let's minimize and go with this one and just go back and forward. Okay, so you see the stars are almost perfect here. This were 5 images, a few of them okay, a few of them were not okay, but it was able to fix the issues, except this that was my car antenna. So let's see before. Another one. Look before. So these were the trails that I had in the stack. And let's check it now. Okay, magic. So here the magic worked on the stack. However, on the individual exposures, if they're bad, very bad, won't be able, it seems, to fix everything. Okay, let's go to the next one, and we are almost done with the Milky Way. Oh, and here we have the telescopes that I mentioned. I forgot I placed them here. Okay. So if you're also using budget telescopes like the Dwarf 2, the C-Star 50 Smart Telescope, or other setups even more expensive, this one costs about $5,000 with everything and with a dedicated camera, but still it has some problems on the corners, because how I'm using it, I'm using it a higher focal length that creates at the corner some distortions. And now finally I will be able to fix them fast with BlurXTerminator, not spend hours to do that. Okay, so let's see what we still have with the Milky Way. Yeah, we finished there. Yeah, I think we finished with the Milky Way. Okay, so let's say you starting out with a DSLR camera or like this with a tripod and want to capture the Orion Nebula, and you're a beginner, or you just want to process some older photos that were not so great. So I have here the first image that I took. I think this was the first one before Christmas in 2018 with the Orion Nebula. And let's see it here. Okay. Which one? Yeah, this one. So this was my first, I think my first image with the Orion Nebula. Okay, sorry, I had to put the camera. Okay, so this was the first image with the Orion Nebula, and if we zoom in, we can see here a lot of trails. See, not trails, a lot of stars that are defocused. A little bit of trails somewhere, but the main problem here was the focus. It was not great. So it seems when I focused the lens, the focusing was not so good, or probably it got defocused in time because of temperature changes. So this will result in image with defocused stars that it doesn't look so good. You can see it here. It's not great. Okay, this was the first image. After this, so here I've also removed the light pollution here in PixInsight, but let's go here on the crop. Okay, let's see, maybe this one. Yeah, this one. Okay, so here I've used in this crop BlurXTerminator, and yeah, let me show you how it looks after, before. Let's see which one. Maybe this one. Yes, this one. So let's see, before. Check this out. So this was my image without processing in Adobe Photoshop, just cropped the image here in PixInsight and zooming in about 200-300%. You see this. Without BlurXTerminator, we have this fuzzy image. And let's redo. Or you can just go and drag this here on the image, and let's do that. Bam. Be sure it's a version 4, and now in a few moments we'll yeah, might take a few minutes, we'll see. It will make the magic. How are you guys tonight, by the way? Hope you enjoyed this review. If you want to get the best images, the best astrophotography images, I believe this is the key. BlurXTerminator, I want to mention, if you don't have it or you haven't used it already, it does not only sharpen the stars and now correct them, it also will remove blur from your images, like you'll be able to see here, and you'll be able in many cases to get extra details and sharpness on nebulas or galaxies, especially on nebulas. Also the older version gave good results, and I think this one will give even better. So we will be able to remove the blur if you have blur, or you have defocus stars, or you have atmospheric turbulence, and it will help you get a much better result. So let's wait 30 minutes. 30 minutes and we'll be there. We'll go and take a short break of 2 minutes and check if I still have some coffee until it will finish this one, and put some music. Yeah, let's get some music here. Okay, maybe it's too strong. Let me know if it's too loud or not. I think this should be okay. Okay, so I'll take a short break and I'll be right back. Oh, by the way, I will answer here on the messages. On the phone, please let me know if you have any questions. Please let me know. Okay, I came with new energy after the short break. So, BlurXTerminator finished. How are you, Marcos? Hello. Hello from Romania, Transylvania region. I'm living in a Bortle 4 sky, not so light polluted, very close to rural area Bortle 3, and I'm also able here to take some amazing images with galaxies and reflection nebulas, but more about this in another video. Now let's see what I got here using BlurXTerminator. So you saw one click was enough to get this result. Let's go back and look. You can see the difference here. Look how fuzzy, blurry it is here. And look now. And let's zoom even more. It managed to get the details here. See, in the Orion Nebula, and we can see a little bit here the stars in the trapezium. You can see these three stars. It couldn't do a perfect job. You see here we still have some small aberrations here on the stars, but they are like visible only if you zoom a lot, like 200-300%, and we can perform after here BlurXTerminator on this image and place the stars back in Photoshop and correct the star mask, so this will not be visible. However, having the image like this, it will not require a huge amount of work, even if the image was not focused properly. So we managed to get a decent stars here. Like, we can process it, make them better, and processing more in Photoshop, we can get more color, better contrast, and even sharper image. So this was not processed at all, just here with the BlurXTerminator. Doing also here an automatic background extraction, remove the light pollution. We can see more clear here. Look, we can see now better the stars and also the details. There are also some artifacts here that we can see them better. Okay, so let's continue the video and show you the other results that I got. So we are at Orion Nebula. This was my first image, and I got a very good result using the BlurXTerminator on a bad image. Okay, now let's see where I place this image, and here we'll show you an image with Orion Nebula taken with the C-Star S50 Smart Telescope. This is an all-in-one telescope that also finds your targets, and you'll be able to image them just using your smartphone. The same with the Dwarf 2. Now let's move and find the image taken with the C-Star, and here we have it. So let's go back and make it larger a little bit. Okay, like this. So this was the image taken with the C-Star without, this is a live stack of 2 hours without using the BlurXTerminator. And since the C-Star with this its narrow field of view, it can deliver round, good-looking stars. So this was one of the things that I love a lot about this telescope. However, we can get better results using BlurXTerminator. So let's see if we use it. I've already used it, so it's simple, just here to go redo. It's the same as what I showed you before by dragging it, but we won't lose a few minutes until it will process. So let's use BlurXTerminator and see the difference. And zoom in more. So before and now. Check this out. And let's zoom out and see it's zoomed out. Before and now. We can see the stars also smaller, and we can see more details here in the nebula clouds. Okay, so this was the improvement here on the image taken with the SeeStar Smart Telescope. We notice also improvements in the nebula and also on the stars. Now let's go and check the results that I got with the Dwarf 2, and here I have some images. Yeah, BlurXTerminator. Let's see which one it is. Okay. Okay. So let's go back a little bit and enable this one. Okay. Oops. Now it seems it doesn't let me on this to go too much. Yeah, it's still so here we use the BlurXTerminator, so I will show you the one. I know why. Here we have it. BlurXTerminator. I think I forgot to rename it here. So here is one. Let's see. Yeah, so this is without the BlurXTerminator. So we have zoomed in here. You can see the stars. So we have a different stretch here. And you can see here the artifacts. The stars, they're not round. And we have this kind of trails here in the back. This weird shape. Okay, so BlurXTerminator will be able to remove coma and astigmatism and other optical aberrations. And let's see the one that I've used it. I believe this is the one. Yes, this is the one. Okay. Or not? No. Too many images, and I think I might place it somewhere. Let's see this here. 1 second. I should find it. I think. Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so let's compare, right? So the old one and the new one. You see, huge difference. And this was taken with a telescope around $500, the Dwarf 2. It's a smart telescope, same as the SeeStar, and you can see we have better looking stars. So even if you are just starting out and using a beginner telescope, if you do want to continue with this hobby, maybe buy also better equipment, get better images, using BlurXTerminator will help you do that. Okay. Yeah, I should have started the live earlier. However, taking these tests, this work, took me all day. Yeah. Well, you'll probably see the video then after. Not live. I hoped to get more people here in this live stream to show you how good is the BlurXTerminator. But if you do see it after and enjoyed watching, please consider sharing this video so more people will see the results, and it will help more people get better astrophotography images. Okay, so as I mentioned, even if you don't buy it, you can still try the trial versions also on PixInsight. and BlurXTerminator, NoiseXterminator, and StarXterminator. So we finished here. The test with Andromeda. Let's go to the next one. Okay, now we have the results taken with the SkyMax 127 Maxotov telescope, and here I captured Messier 33. Let's make it larger. So this was the image that I processed without, and spent a couple of hours correcting here the stars in the corners, and as you can see there are still some stars that needed correction. So I spent a lot of time on this image. Okay, and let's see here. We have clone. Let's go here and go back if it's possible. Okay, so we'll go here and zoom in, and this is the normal image without using the BlurXTerminator. And let's see where the main problems here on these stars. You see on the corner we had some problems here, and I believe also on the other part. Let's make a little bit smaller. Okay. We'll go both corners to show you the difference, but first on the right here. Okay, so here you can see the stars are larger, the image is blurrier, and we cannot see too much aberrations here since the stars are larger. However, once I've used the first version of the BlurXTerminator, they were much more visible. So let's see the difference when using the BlurXTerminator with the AA4. Okay, so look, check this out. Let's zoom in even more. Look, before, and look now. Look on the stars, they are now round and smaller. And look on this nebula that is in another galaxy. Look how big improvement it made before, and look now. Let's check here in this galactic center. Before and now. It really is magic. It's like magic now. So after they fixed also the option to correct the stars with the new AI version 4, it does work as intended with all the features. And now it really, I think, is the best tool if you are doing astrophotography, the best processing tool. So why I do recommend, and I spend also the time, because this will help you not only get better images but save a lot of time, and time is really precious. So if you already spend nights capturing these images and you spend days processing to get if you want to get a very good image without this software, it might take you much longer. You'll lose a lot of time. If you spend only like 30 minutes, 1 hour without having BlurXTerminator, you probably won't get the best image. And this will help you even if you spend like 1 hour to get this kind of results. On my computer, it usually takes on a very high resolution image 5 to 10 minutes to process. Now it's working with the GPU, with the processor, but I do want to buy a new graphic card soon, and also to change and use the graphic card, the GPU instead of the processor. So it will process these images maybe in 1 minute. So this will save me a lot of time processing and get this kind of results. So normally without BlurXTerminator you can try other software, also PixInsight, but yeah, if you have PixInsight, I don't recommend you to I urge you to go get BlurXTerminator, because this makes now PixInsight still, in my opinion, worth it, because now we do have a lot of free software there that they are getting close to PixInsight in the performance and the processing that you can do with them, like Serial, that actually I do prefer it over PixInsight in many things, like stacking. It does it much faster, and even if PixInsight has now fast integration option that will stack images fast, they still need to be calibrated. But you don't need to have that in Serial. You have a script that can do everything. So for stacking and also color calibration, it does have much less errors and works most of the times with Serial. However, with PixInsight, many times I did have errors. So yeah, this will the opinions might differ, but for me, from my experience, I do prefer now some other software in some situations, and free software compared with PixInsight. However, what in my opinion still makes PixInsight very important is BlurXTerminator, and I do hope they will make it available also for other software like Serial. Then many will have the possibility to just buy the BlurXTerminator, use Serial, and get some fantastic astrophotography results. So what do you think, guys? Okay, so we'll take another break. Hope you'll join the stream. So here we have it, BlurXTerminator. BlurXTerminator. Yeah, now we have also some music. I believe still have music. Okay. I hope I can finish the tutorial here. Very tired. At this hour is 4 a.m. in the morning. 4 a.m. Yeah, 4 a.m. So let's stop the camera for the moment. We'll take another break, and then we'll show you the other results. Too bad you're not online to chat about it, and show you also the other differences regarding the BlurXTerminator 2.0 version, AI version 4, that will give us also much better results when imaging deep sky objects that have great dynamic range, like Orion Nebula and Cat's Eye Nebula. PixInsight couldn't resolve Cat's Eye Nebula. When using it in the past, I got a very bad result. So it was too bright, and some features also too faint to be able to resolve it and get it sharper. So it was actually having distortions there and getting the image bad, getting a bad result in some situations. And this was reported that probably was the cause of applying the processing on a stretched image. So it was stretching the image and then unstretching, and now it works directly on a linear image without stretching, and this increase also the performance on getting better results on nebula features and also on star correction with the new AI4 from the BlurXTerminator 2.0. Okay, we'll take another break. camera, video camera. Let's get it bigger. Okay, so this is the BlurXTerminator 2.0 with AI4, and this is 2.0 or 1.9, basically the same with if you use the AI 2.0. So AI, well, my camera is reversed, but doesn't matter. AI 2.0 and AI4. So this is the fight. So I do want to show you also the results soon. The old BlurXTerminator versus the new one. So AI4 will bring a huge difference. Yeah, so let's the game begin. We'll wait for you, so you'll get here in the live stream. Come, let's begin the fight. The comparison is next. So next is the comparison between the BlurXTerminator, the old BlurXTerminator with AI 2.0 and the new one with AI 4. So, bam! Who wins? We will see in a few moments. So let's train. Let's train. So this sport makes me not to get to sleep until I finish this video review live. But would help if you come here and join me, so you'll be able to chat here in the live chat and see the results together. So we'll just wait for you a little bit. So can I process astrophotography using gloves with the BlurXTerminator? So you just need to press one click, right? And can we do it? So let's see, before, right? Duplicate, go back on this one and like this, okay. We'll make it smaller. Okay, so we'll make now also we'll move it here. No, here. Okay, and move it here. Good. Let's see. Smaller a little bit. Okay. So can we do it? Can we use BlurXTerminator with boxing gloves? Let's see. First, let's move the mouse. Okay. And yes. We'll go here and press on the mouse. So this is the final moment. Let's see. Oh, it moved. Let's try again. Astrophotography like this. You have to be very okay. Almost. Let's try and press here. Let's try without the mouse. Apply. So it should work, right? Here is the image. Let's apply. Okay, so I've cheated. I couldn't use it with the boxing gloves to click it, but yeah, it's there. Okay, so let's see, processing. 1. We've already done that, so we'll cancel it. So let's cheat. Yeah, I pressed the button. Yes, it's working. Let's see now the result. Okay. Yes. Good. Undo. Okay, that didn't do anything now. Yes. Okay. So this was the image process with BlurXTerminator 2 AI version 2. So you see here, we still had these artifacts on the stars that needed correction. And if you do want a very good image, then you need to correct the star mask. Usually do it in Photoshop. But this can, depending on how good you want to be, can take several hours. And that's what is amazing about the new BlurXTerminator with the AI version 4, that you don't need to do that. It will save you a huge amount of time. Okay, so this was version 2.0, right? And this is the new one. Let's go back. Okay, let's zoom in. It's a huge difference. The stars are looking good. Everything is sharp. Round stars, sharp nebulas. Look here. Beautiful, just beautiful. Okay, so here we have 7 hours taken with the Skymax 127. So I use this telescope. I took exposures, I believe, of 10 minutes. Yes. 7 hours. Okay. But the final image, the one that I processed, with I correct the star manually, looks like this. So now I'll be able, I have the one also without the stars, as the starless version. I'll be able to use the new stars from the new image and get a better result with better looking stars. So this is the process version. Okay, now let's continue. And I forgot to show you the Andromeda here with the other telescope. We'll show you in a little bit. Okay, so here another interesting test with Caldwell 6 Cat's Eye Nebula. So this was my first processing. We have here 20 hours integration time. Okay, let me make smaller now the camera. Okay. And a little bit bigger, like this. So we have here Caldwell 6 Cat's Eye Nebula. So you see, I struggled here getting some details because it was too bright here, too bright features with faint ones combined. So this is an example of high dynamic range object that was difficult to resolve with the old version of BlurXTerminator. And let's see now. So we'll go and check this one. So this is the image that I use the BlurXTerminator with AI4. We'll zoom in. We'll disable here the stretching so we can see exactly the cat's eye. And here we have the one with the old version. Let's zoom in. No, actually this is the new one, I believe. Yeah, I think this is the new one. No, this is one without BlurXTerminator, I believe. Let's see. Which one? Okay. Yeah, this one is. Okay, so this one. Yeah, this. Okay, no. Minimize. So this one is the one with the BlurXTerminator version 2, and I believe this one is with the old one. Let's see it darker. Yeah. So look what I've obtained using the old BlurXTerminator with AI version 2. It was really blurry, it had distortions, it couldn't solve here the nebula, and check this out, look here. This is a huge improvement. We have some nice details here with the cat's nebula. See? Now if we stretch it, right, if we stretch it back, we won't be able to see it if it's so stretched. So we need to make two process image, one that is stretched like this for the halo here, for the halo, and one for the nebula. If we go back, let's say unstretched, duplicate this, right? So we want to make one that is brighter but not too bright, and we go, let's say, curves advance, or we go curve simple and use the stretch but change it and drag it here, drag the auto stretch. Now disable screen transfer function, and let's see here, real-time preview, and get it darker a little bit, but not too dark. But a little bit brighter. Let's see what we get, right? Okay. And apply it. Okay, so we get this with this stretch, right? We were able to get this. Okay. Let's go back. So I'm still not happy. Let's try again. Okay, so we got this. So I think this would be better to process, stretch it just a little bit and process it more in Photoshop. Or try maybe a linear stretch. I haven't tried that. Okay, so see, when you brighten too much, you start losing the faint features of the nebula. Identifier, and let's go HT3. Okay. So the main thing is, the most important thing is that it was able to resolve it, to sharpen it, and we got a very nice result of the cat's eye nebula using the new version of BlurXTerminator. Okay, says the stream rate is too high. Let's make it 12,000. Okay. Good. Okay, so we checked the Cat's Eye Nebula. Here we have another image with Andromeda galaxy. So this was taken with my TechnoSky telescope. I think I have the image somewhere here, this one in middle. No, this was my SkyMax. Let's see where I place it. I think this one. Yes, so this is my TechnoSky 70mm triplet refractor, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it does have some pinch optics, usually when it's very cold outside. I think it was very tightened here to not lose collimation, and because of that it can make some diffraction spikes. And let's see if it will fix, if BlurXTerminator will fix this. Okay, here we have an image that was taken with, let's see, with the new one over the process image that I've already used, BlurXTerminator A2, and it seems it didn't work. So in this situation I've used A2 first, the old BlurXTerminator, then the new one, and you see it didn't do big changes. If we go back, you see they are very similar, only the stars they look a little bit sharper, but nothing else. Okay, and here we have the image that I use only the BlurXTerminator with AI4, and you see it's a huge difference, huge difference. And if we go on the check the raw images, let's see. Here, let's see the difference. We zoom in, zoom to fit, and let's see before. Oh, yeah, identifier, and now I think, okay. So here was the image without BlurXTerminator, and here it is with the new version of BlurXTerminator with the AI4. Let's go lower and see before and now. What do you think? Huge difference. Okay. Let's see here. Before, now. Before, here we can see even bigger difference. Before, we can see the coma here on the stars, and let's see after. Bam. Round stars. One click, round stars. Can I do it with the gloves? Let's see. Let's see if I can do it with the boxing gloves. So, I need to have dexterity, right, for this. Let's see. Bam. Oh, almost. I was close. One click. Oops, no, it moves. It moves too fast. Now, maybe if I put the hand here not to move so much. Yeah, help a little. And let's see. Yes! One click with the glove on. And look, I'm done. I finished processing. Okay. So we finished here with Andromeda, and as I mentioned, it's a huge difference. I think that was the old one. I also need to rename it. Here, I believe. Yeah. Before, now. Okay, it's renamed. Okay. So we finish with Andromeda. Let's see another image now taken with the Maxutov telescope. With this one at 1600 millimeters focal length. And here we have a star cluster. And 39. So let's see here the stars. Before. And now. Okay, before we need to go again like this. Before, now. Let's see, it's a visible difference. So in some situation with the stars that don't look so good will be a bigger difference. So let's see, before, like here, looking at this corner. And now, you see, round stars with one click. Amazing. Okay, now let's continue. And we have here, let's see the next image. Yeah. So the next image is the bubble nebula with the lobster claw nebula. So this is the image without the BlurXTerminator. We can see they are not very sharp, and here in the corners we do have some small trails or distortions. Now let's see what we've tried here. So we've tried and used the also the old StarXTerminator here. So this is another example that's with the old one, and you see it made the star sharper, but we still had artifacts here. You see these nasty looking artifacts. You see, look here, they look very bad. I don't like them at all. So in this situation, I've also manually, I believe I manually corrected the final version of this image and spent also a lot of time by correcting the star mask. So I won't have these nasty looking artifacts here. And here is another example, right? Okay, now let's see what we are able to get with BlurXTerminator 2 version A version 4. Okay, which is this is I performed this to test it out, the correct only option. So this is a very good option to use also when you're doing mosaics. On a mosaic, and if you have different images with different distortions on the stars, it's maybe better to use this option on BlurXTerminator, correct only on all the images, and then apply again without correct only and use the sharpening option on the full mosaic. Also, if you are imaging monochrome, if you have monochrome images, usually it's better to recombine the channels and use BlurXTerminator directly on a color image. However, if you have big differences, again in focus, in you have different big difference in aberrations between the color channels and filters, you probably better to use again the correct only on each channel and then recombine and use the sharpening after. So these are the exceptions. These are the exceptions. But for the most of the situations, you can just go and use it directly without the correct only. Here I've tested it to see how it will look without sharpening. And let's see before. And now. You see, we have much better looking stars. We didn't sharpen here. Okay, let's go a little bit higher here in this direction. So here we have these artifacts that I mentioned with pinch optics. No, this I think is something else. But if you see diffraction spikes, we can see them a little in some areas, like here, right? Let's zoom in and go again. Before, it corrected some amount of this aberration, but look on the stars, it's a big difference, right? Okay, let's go in the lower part. Let's see this star cluster. I believe this is salt and pepper star cluster, and let's see before and now. Okay, now let's test also here the latest one. I think here we used the sharpen tool. So let's see before. Yeah, I think we used the sharpen tool on this one. Before and now. Huge difference. Okay, and let's watch here. Before and now. See, it corrected also the spikes. And look at these small nebulas here. Before, oh, they are blurry, and now. So I think they manage now. BlurXTerminator will do also better job getting nebulosity sharper than before. Let's see before. Look how nice. See? Let's go on the bubble nebula. Before and look now. Huge improvement. Okay, my friends, so this was the changes that that the new BlurXTerminator brings. It will give us better looking stars, not only sharp like last time, but it will also correct them. So this was the best improvement, best upgrade that makes BlurXTerminator basically a new tuned version, new improved version, a much better version than before. So it's like having a new program that does everything now. It's been a long wait for 1 year to have this correct only function to work properly. So I believe they should have, I think they should have made it faster. Should have made it, but it's still good even now. And we do have an amazing BlurXTerminator now. Don't forget, so if you have it, you really need to upgrade to the new version and use it. I don't know why they still place it as default, the A version 2, and then you need to select AI and go back, select AI 4. So I should just place it directly on default, the new AI version. So this is a little bit weird, but yeah, it works, it does a good job. I would say close to perfect job. I was impressed how it was able to get also bad images to work good. So use BlurXTerminator 4. And going back on my one on the first image that I got with Orion, here maybe not this one. I think this one. No. You'll be able to see again the difference. Yes, here I believe. Look, before and now. Huge difference. Also, it works as I mentioned, even if the image is stretched, but not at full potential. So here it made an interesting artifact like a lady dress. So here is the Milky Way with the BlurXTerminator, and here is without. Look, big improvement, right? On the stars. And if we check also the other one on, let's see, lower. So here we have a stack. Let's see if it's this one. Yes. So before and now, you see, huge difference. And here I had trails, huge difference. And some images that had blur, very blurry because of the shake. So by stacking them, you'll be able to get a better result, right? Okay, so these were all the images that I've selected for this review. And comparing with the old BlurXTerminator, this one is much better. It will give you full support on all the functions. The correct only works properly. I was, to be honest, I wasn't happy with the second part, with the correct function before. I've used it and it seemed to do nothing. So even now, if I select AI 2.0, it will make minimal changes. So finally, we have a full working BlurXTerminator that now it's amazing. Because of that feature that didn't work properly, for me, I would say it was still in like a beta version. So it worked for sharpening the stars, but not for correction. So correct only was placed there, but it took 1 year to make it work. Okay. So these were the results that I got using the BlurXTerminator 2.0 A4. So look at the stars on Andromeda. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Look here. So nice, right? And yeah, we have now a full working BlurXTerminator that has also the correct only function working. It's processing the image now directly from linear stage, getting the best performance possible. And I suggest you use it like that for most of the situations, so you'll get the best results before stretching the image or doing other processing. Working in serial, I often use color calibration, photometric color calibration, but it didn't affect at all. I didn't see any difference when testing the BlurXTerminator with AI4. So I believe that should be okay to use. If you stack in serial, you can use it and get directly a color calibrated image here in PixInsight. As I mentioned, I didn't notice any problems when doing this. It might affect a little bit the color balance, but at least I've read that when using the option in PixInsight will affect. However, in a serial, I'm not sure if it will be so much of a change when just importing here the color balance from serial, the image from serial, and we can make a final test to test this out. So we have, let's see the images. Coma ZTF, this I forgot to put it here to test it. Okay, let's see. M42. Okay, we have also an M42 of 100 millimeters. I don't know what happened with this one. I think I lost that one. Let's see. No. I probably need to go in serial again. Full moon, let's see, we have full moon here. Okay, on this one I didn't use it, I believe. Oh, this one I have a bad gradient, so not a good idea. M39. Yeah, I don't have one available at the moment. On all I've used color calibration here on these ones. Yeah, but except here, C6, Calder 6. But to proper do it is to test it perfectly is to get the image directly from serial without doing anything, apply the BlurXTerminator, get it back in serial and test it out. But I don't think it's if it makes any changes, they are minimal. So I believe doing photometric color calibration in serial is okay, and then you can import it in PixInsight and apply BlurXTerminator. If it will make any color changes, color balance changes will be very small. So it shouldn't. I don't think it will affect much the results. You also still need to process it and enhance the color. So regarding the stars, yeah, I didn't see much change. So if we just take one image from let's see which one. Yeah, this one. This one seems okay. So here I performed color calibration in serial also, I believe. Oh yeah, look, it keeps the color very well. Maybe remove some of chromatic aberrations that still is visible there. But you see, it works very good on this photometric color calibrated image in serial. So in my opinion, I think is okay. If will be any difference, will be very small, so not significant, and not sure if it's worth going PixInsight, applying, going back in serial and get complicated. Yeah, this will depend up to you. I'm very happy with applying photometric color calibration in serial, and then move it, then get it in PixInsight, apply all the process here that I need, and then I will go in Photoshop and do the final adjustments. Okay, my friends, so this was BlurXTerminator 2.0 review version AI4, compared also with the older one, and tested on also older images, on wide field astrophotography, Milky Way astrophotography, and also on deep sky, from 360 millimeters that we have here with the Andromeda Galaxy to 1700 millimeters up to 1700 with the SkyMax 127 that you can see here. Test it also with high dynamic range objects like Cat's Eye Nebula, Orion Nebula, and tested two images from smart telescopes like the Dove 2 and the C-Star 50 that you'll be able to see, here, I believe, somewhere. Oh, keep forgetting where I put it, those images. Oh, I think here. Yeah, and I've tested on Orion Nebula capture with the C-Star S50 and Andromeda Galaxy captured with the Dove 2 Smart Telescope. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was useful, and I'll see you soon in more astrophotography tutorials and reviews. We'll share also my astrophotography data on the channel membership from the available from the Nebula plan. So be sure you check also the membership out. If you enjoyed watching the video, don't forget to share it and like it so more people will see what the new BlurXTerminator is capable, and the difference between the old one and the new AI4 version. Amazing results, huge difference, huge update. Thanks again for watching, and clear sky. Oh, happy bee. Oh, yeah, not set yet for Christmas. Unfortunately, had some big problems this month. First with the car. Got the car, something broke in some part. I think the radiator, radiator is called. And I had to go and repair the car. Then my SSD, main SSD with Windows failed on my computer. I have it here. Yeah, just a second. So this was 970 Evo Plus from Samsung, and an NVMe M2 slot, 2 terabytes, very fast. And now I have it here. I need to put it back. So check this out. it felt I couldn't see it anymore in BIOS. I couldn't access Windows. So I got now a smaller one, not so fast, until I get a larger capacity and faster hard drive. And yeah, since my computer is getting old, I will have to change also the graphics card, so I'll be able to process the images faster, and to invest in a nice backup unit, because I also lost 2 hard drives in the summer with data because of power outages. I bought an UPS now. I have it here, and in case of another power outage, it will keep my computer online for about 30 minutes or more. But I still need to invest more and get a backup solution, and in case I have this issue again, I won't lose the data, because Sims is very expensive if you want to recover it. Yeah, thanks mate. How are you doing, by the way? I haven't seen you in a while. It's 5 a.m. here. 5 a.m. I had to use my boxing gloves to not fall asleep. See, I got this to make more exercise, because too much of the photography can get you out of shape. So having these gloves and going to the gym and practice a little bit, it helps. I wanted to go to the gym tonight, but doing this test now with my PC took me all day. So to find the images, and also use the old BlurXTerminator, then test it with the new one, see the differences. Then I said, oh, let's test it also on the Cat's Eye Nebula. And yeah, I was impressed, it worked fine. So finally this tool works good, and basically is the best tool for astrophotography in the present. So you won't find a better astrophotography tool. Well, in my opinion, if you would have the BlurXTerminator available with serial that's free, you could get amazing results even without PixInsight. So serial, BlurXTerminator, and Photoshop. NoiseXterminator, the one that you see here, is called NoiseXterminator, and remove the noise. Very good. Works with Photoshop. StarXterminator also works. And since the reason they say they couldn't make BlurXTerminator run with Photoshop because of the linear processing that seems Photoshop doesn't handle well. Or yeah, but I'm not sure about Adobe Camera Raw. I think Adobe Camera Raw should work because I opened images in linear mode and they're linear, no problems. But indeed it does not have the screen transfer function to see what you do there. So if you change anything, it will apply it and will become non-linear. But I think you normally should be able to use it in Adobe Camera Raw, but without changing anything. So don't change, use it, and then stretch the image and see what you get. Okay. Oh, you have to go to work. Yeah. It was nice to chat with you. I will let you sleep then. We'll also end the live stream. Yeah, it was bad for the wallet. So like this summer, autumn and winter, yeah, from autumn, I spent like 800 euros on getting other hard drives to back up the data and the UPS. Now about 600 euros with the car. So already 1,400 euros like a dedicated astrophotography camera spent. And I still need to spend some more money with the car and with the PC. By the way, Happy B, if you are interested also in studying astrophotography, I'm sharing, I'm not sure if you've been on the other stream that I've mentioned it, I'm sharing my astrophotography data, deep sky, lunar and planetary and solar on my channel. If you'll become a member, currently from the nebula plan, so you can check when you have time the plans. From the nebula plan I'm sharing my data, and on the galaxy plan that is $10, that I share like huge amounts of data, like from 10 hours, from 8 hours higher, like 10, 15, 20 hours up to 30 hours integration time. So this way, if you are interested in processing or getting the raw footage with the solar, the lunar images, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, you can download them and process them yourself without spending the time and the nights to capture them. So it will also make members get involved more with the channel. So I've opened it last month. Hope more members will join and make a nice community here on the channel. Well, thank you, Happy B. Wish you all also a happy Christmas and happy holidays. Okay, so thanks all for watching and clear sky. Thank you, Happy B, and good night. These were my results using the new BlurXTerminator 2.0 with the AI 4 version. Hope you enjoyed the video and you find it useful, and until next time, and check also the channel membership if you are interested in downloading the data. Until next time, I wish you all clear sky.